Entrepreneurship taught me so many things about myself that I didn't even know I was capable of doing. For those of you guys who are new to the channel, hello, my name is Jasmine, and I'm so glad to have you. And I've been a full-time entrepreneur now for 6 years. I started during COVID. And honestly, when I first started, I didn't have a roadmap. Okay, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just showing up and trying to make something work, right? And one of the biggest things entrepreneurship taught me about me is I'm a lot more mentally strong than I ever gave myself credit for. And I tell you guys this all the time. I'm included, we have a tendency to sell ourselves short. We never want to give ourselves credit where credit is due. We're quick to tell ourselves what we can't do and what we're not good enough at. And that is just in your head. You are a lot more capable than you think you are. I came into entrepreneurship where money was just flowing everywhere, right? I came in during COVID. People were just spending money left and right. People were getting unemployment. People were getting stimulus checks. People were getting PPP loans. Like, there was just so much money being flowed into the economy. And when I first started entrepreneurship, I was making crazy amounts of money and I had no experience being an entrepreneur. And in my mind, I'm like, well, shoot, if I'm making all this now, month 6, month 8 into this, like, just imagine where we'll be in 5 years, right? I assumed that it was only going to go up, and it didn't. It actually went down because people stopped spending as much money as they used to. Things got extremely more expensive, and I had to figure something out, and I had to figure something out quick, or I was going to be right back at a job. And it taught me how resilient I am. It taught me how quickly I am able to pivot. It taught me that I am the type of woman who can make critical decisions in a short period of time and always make things work out. That's not something I thought I could ever do before, like, not even close. I learned how consistent I can be. I learned how capable I can be if I just try. A lot of times you aren't even willing to try. You are counting yourself out of something and you haven't even given it 2 weeks. You haven't even given it a month. And that's the thing. I don't think I'm doing anything that no one else can't do. I tell y'all this all the time. I know I'm ambitious, okay? I know a lot of people are not ambitious. I know I am extremely ambitious, so I do have that working for me. But what I can say is I am not more talented than you. I am not more smarter than you. I may have more experience than you when it comes to making content. But again, that's only because I've been doing it for 6 years. It's not because I was born smarter than you with this. It's just because I have more experience doing it. But if you had 6 years of experience doing it too, you would understand what I'm saying. But you're not even willing to try. You're not even willing to suck at something. One thing that I've started doing with anything new that I do when it comes to business or just in life, I already assume I'm going to be really sucky at it. I already assume that. I assume that no matter what platform I choose to create for, no matter what new type of video style I choose to make, I assume that it's going to suck. I assume that nobody's going to watch. And I assume that I'm not going to get any followers or any subscribers. That's how I go into it because I've never done it before. So if it's something I've never done before, why in my right mind would I think that I'm going to be exceptionally good at this thing? I'm not. I'm going to suck. But it's okay to suck because the more you do something, the better it's going to get eventually. When I started going live on TikTok a year and a half ago now, selling my coaching products, I sucked. I was awkward. I didn't know what to say. I was saying a lot. I would freeze up. Like, I sucked. But if you were to watch my lives today, you wouldn't think that I ever sucked. I shocked myself. I'd be like, dang, that was good. I shocked myself. But that's only because I've been doing it for a year and a half now. Just imagine how much better I'll be able to run my lives 5 years from today. It would be crazy. Even the way I make these videos, I feel like I articulate myself way more now than when I did 3 months ago. I used to watch other content creators and I'd be like, wow, the way they speak is just it's so great. Like, they just sound like such great, amazing speakers. Like, wow, I'll never be able to talk like that. I don't even use those type of words. Like, how do I expand my vocabulary? But what I failed to realize is the only reason why their videos are so good, the reason why their talking points flow so well is just because they sit in front of a camera all day, every day, and they just keep talking to it. And over time, you start to articulate yourself so much better. When I listen to the way I talk now, I'm like, dang. Dang. And I see the comments, like even when I'm live, I have seen people compare me to like really good speakers. And I'm like, wow. They gassed me up. But I'm like, it makes sense because I do it every day now. So it makes sense. And that's something that entrepreneurship taught me is that you are a lot smarter than you give yourself credit for. There's something that you're really, really, really good at. And I was guilty of this too, still am. There's something that you're really good at. And, if you just use that idea and you went 1000% in, right? So not 1 foot out, 1 foot in, no, 1000% in. You're going to excel in that thing, but you're just so used to overthinking. You're just so used to saying, I can't do this or I'm not good at this, that you don't even see it. You don't even see it. And it's crazy because you are more capable than you're giving yourself credit for. Entrepreneurship taught me that if you just keep showing up, you will eventually get the results that you want. I don't think there's anyone on this internet that's doing something that someone else cannot do. The only difference between them and you is the fact that they just kept showing up, even when no one was watching. Even if their platform got disabled, they just made another one. You're more resilient than you think you are, right? And over the course of the years of being a full-time entrepreneur, I learned that you have to be resilient because I kid you not, there are going to be so many days where you are just ready to give up, where you're ready to just throw in the towel and just say, F it. I am wasting my time. Maybe I'm chasing something that doesn't even exist. Maybe I have convinced myself in this dream and it's stupid. Maybe everyone was right. Maybe this is stupid. But despite feeling that way, I still have to show up. Despite crying and doubting, I still have to show up, right? I have gotten off of lives and I have just cried and cried and cried and cried and cried some more. And despite how stressed I might have been or how frustrated I might have been, I still had to dry my eyes and sit in front of this camera and knock out 10 videos. Entrepreneurship taught me that I am very strong. And if you want that, you're just going to have to keep moving because it's not going to be smooth sailing. It's up, down, 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 up a little bit, down some more, up, down, times 10, then up, down. It's like this up and down roller coaster. It's an emotional roller coaster. I probably go through so many mental breakdowns in the course of 7 days. And despite the breakdowns, I still have to get up and keep going. And you can too, if you tried. You got to stop telling yourself what you can't do. You have to stop doubting yourself. You also have to stop listening to other people. I'm going to say that again. You really, really, really need to stop listening to other people. You guys, people project all day long. And it's not malicious. I don't think everyone out here is trying to get you, okay? It's just what we do as humans. we're just projecting. This video is a projection. I'm projecting, okay? We all do it. But when you listen to other people, depending on whether or not they live a life that you want to live, you probably just shouldn't listen to them because they don't know where you're trying to go. And they've never been there themselves to be able to guide you there. If I listened to what people said to me 6 years ago when it came to quitting my job and starting OnlyFans, I wouldn't be here right now making this video, okay? I wouldn't be living this life, okay? I would probably still be, I don't know if I would be at that job. I probably would have got fired by then, but I don't know if I'd be at that job or another job. But I wouldn't be living this life. I wouldn't be making videos on mindset, okay? I wouldn't have a community of women who I guide would build their online business. I wouldn't have my OnlyFans, right? I wouldn't have any of this. Honestly, I feel like I would still be miserable. Honestly, I still feel like I'd be extremely overweight. Yeah, because that's what I was around. See, that's the thing too. Everyone at my job back then hated their job. When you're around people and everyone hates their job and everyone's miserable, it makes sense that you're miserable too because that's what you're around all day. You're just taking in projections of misery from everybody else all day long. So it would make sense to be miserable as well. I just don't see how I would be this positive person today if I was still around negativity all this time. I just don't see it. Maybe, but I don't think so. And so you can't listen to other people. You have to do what's best for you. And you you will make mistakes. You will get sidetracked and you'll have to reroute. But that's okay. That's a part of the process. You're not going to make the best decision in life all the time. You'll probably make more bad decisions than right ones. That's just being honest. But as long as you just make a few right decisions, you'll live a very successful life. We give ourselves too much pressure. I think we give ourselves too much pressure, and then when you just feel too pressured, you don't move, you overthink, you get overwhelmed, and you just freeze. You don't have to make the right decision all the time. You just need a few right decisions, and that will skyrocket you to where you're trying to go, whatever that is, whether that's a particular dollar amount, whether that's a particular subscriber count amount, whether that's a particular milestone, maybe you want to buy a house, like whatever it is that you want to do, whatever your goals are, you just need to make a few right decisions and you will get there. But you can't make right decisions sometimes if you keep telling yourself what you can't do and what you're not good at. You're not even willing to try because you want to be perfect and you don't want to make any wrong decisions. But I'm here to tell you, you're going to make a lot of wrong decisions. But that's okay. That's what molds you into the version that you have to become in order to get the things that you want. So entrepreneurship taught me a lot. Nothing like who I used to be 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 10 years ago. And I'm so proud of that. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Even though entrepreneurship is hard, I couldn't see myself doing anything differently. I am truly happy with the decisions that I've made, and I want that for you too. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to join the Patreon. The link is down below in my description, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.